why I feel as if we need to encourage youth. It's because they know the language. We're out of touch with that language today. That's why I want youth to be up front with their ministry alongside the other ministries that the church provides and feed off one another.
It's good to see younger people involved in the church ministry because they set a better example for our generation. They encourage us to pursue the life within the church ministry, and they make the messages in a way that we can all understand.
Well, for me personally, I believe that participation in church stuff is really important, especially for young people, because it's a way of getting confidence, getting out there. Well, I believe because we are the leaders of tomorrow, so if you want to make a step, if you want to make a move, you need to make it now. Get out there, get the confidence, do what's needed to be done, get the experience. So when our leaders, our current leaders, move on, then we are there to fill in those steps, rather than leaving a massive gap and then. Do you get me? Mm. Yeah.
Someone said to me recently they thought the future of youth ministry could be found in intergenerational church. I kind of looked at them and thought, I don't know what you really mean by that, because to me that's kind of common sense that generations will interact, because it's something that allows the young people to be encouraged by the older people to be encouraged by the younger, and they both have gifts. Everybody has individual gifts, and every age group has different gifts. Young people have lots of energy, they're usually a bit nuts, awesome, great ideas, but not usually disciplined to follow through with the ideas and make them fully fruitful, whereas an older person or more mature person has the ability to program or run a program or bring something out of it that's got long-term benefits. Making room for upcoming young people, it's really important. It's also very important for young people to respect their elders, and with the right environment, young people, I believe, can step up and do anything.
If I could change or add one thing to the Anglican Church, I think it would be seeing sort of the older members of the church and the younger members of the church working together a whole lot more.
Yeah, I've been struck when you go into many churches how the font is one of the first things that you see when you walk through the door. The font representing baptism, in a sense the place where it all begins on our faith journeys, whether that be more or less as well, usually as children or often adults, but nonetheless it's the place where you begin. But the font, because it's right near the door, is on the edge, and sometimes I think that children and young people can feel on the edge of the church, that their voice isn't valued as much as it should be.
Young people love to get asked to do stuff that they can learn from, like running the sound desk, or like for me learning an instrument, but being given a chance to do some kind of music scholarship, being brought up, given a chance, make the music electric for a change. All sorts of stuff that people would do if you gave them a chance and you weren't scared of how different it was going to feel.
In 5 to 10 years time, I would like to see that the Anglican Church be able to embrace young people and embrace what they have to offer for the church, and be able to use their talents for the nurture and the growth of the church.
The problem with it at the moment is that it always occurs in a top-down way, so it's always the provision for youth ministries is always gratuitous rather than worked out on the basis of mutuality and interdependence. So it's, I will accord you a portion of the budget that I think that you are worthy of, rather than entering into a conversation, a mutually respectful conversation, which then allows you both to identify with grace and integrity what it is that's actually needed. It's, you know, I think we're still a church in one sense around resourcing that's driven by an economic imperative rather than a needs and mission oriented imperative.
Since our synod, all what I have done as leader is to go from parish to parish and simply say, where are you with the decision we make at the synod? we are all accountable. Where is, can you show me where are the young people? What have you done? How have you enabled them? How have you supported them? And with this, Michael, I salute the church. It's not a big task, because the leader of our young people is happy, and the leaders of every unit are able young women and young men. And with Seppi there, and with you, Michael, and the Toru on the other side, we are actually connect together. All what I can say at this point, I marvel the way how God works. My final remark is simply to say, we as a diocese at this point really surprised what young people have brought to the church. And if this is the taste, I can't help. And I can't wait. And if God calls me and I can't see the rest, I already see the waka arrives at its destination. And seeing that this is also for the General Synod, I would like to say to you all, Bula, what you have seen at the day 1 and day 2, at the welcoming and the welcoming worship, young people have done it. That is what I was trying to explain to you. Bula Vinaka, thank you.